2003 was a very special year in this country because we had the Special Olympics World Games. And who will ever forget Bono bringing out Nelson Mandela onto the stage in Croke Park back in that sunny day in 2003. It was one of the proudest moments for Ireland that we've ever had as a nation. And what I would say to people now, when we're looking at a scenario where Special Olympics may have to reduce services and reduce the amount of competitors and so forth, just remember how proud we were then, and just remember what was achieved then. And also remember that sport and access to sport for people with all sorts of disabilities is a right, and it's something that we need to aspire to. I can remember as a young fellow down in County Clare not being able to participate in sport, and certainly feeling the exclusion that did result in. I think we've come an awful long way as a country. Special Olympics have played a critical role in ensuring the healthy living and the participation of people with disabilities in sport. I think it's what has been achieved is remarkable. I think the Irish people as a society are a very inclusive society, and that's reflected in the fact that Special Olympics has 5,500 citizens of this country who are prepared to volunteer on a regular basis to ensure the equality of participation which we all espouse to. I was recently invited to sit on the board of the Cara Centre in the Institute of Technology in Tralee. Again, an organisation that is promoting the physical activity of people with disabilities. They have numerous different training programmes whereby they, I suppose, upskill, if you want to call it that, people involved in the hospitality and leisure business. They also provide disability awareness training to coaches involved in different types of sports. They work with governing bodies to ensure the best practice is implemented in the whole area of access to sport for people with disabilities. They're doing phenomenal work to such a degree that they now have a UNESCO chair there. They're recognised in the whole area of adaptive physical activity as being world leaders in being innovative in what they're trying to achieve. I also believe, although I have only attended one meeting of this board because I'm only a recent appointee, I believe Special Olympics are also represented on the board, and that there's significant collaboration between all of these people, whether it is Special Olympics or the various governing bodies who are involved. That type of collaboration is working phenomenally well. I attended one of their campability sessions last Easter. I believe you, Minister Lynch, did one of the opening sessions. I did one of the closing sessions. It was just wonderful to see dozens of blind and visually impaired young people from secondary schools all over Munster participating in campability, enjoying it, feeling included. That's progress. I would like to see campabilities in all provinces eventually, and hopefully that will happen in the next couple of years. I know that they're trying to get sponsors to ensure that there'll be a campability in Dublin, and there'll be a campability in the west and hopefully down the southeast. There's a lot happening, and I would respectfully suggest to government that government needs to become a partner in this process. The volunteers are there, the structures are there. I mean, the Special Olympics structure is probably one of the best structures of any sporting organisation. It's extremely professional. Any dealings I ever have at Special Olympics, I find them to be utterly professional in how they go about their business. So the structures are there, the volunteers are there, and what we need essentially is government to become a fully fledged partner in that regard. I don't want to hear comments like and a commentary and an analysis whereby Special Olympics are going to have to be looking at reducing services. On the contrary, I want to be hearing conversations about increasing services, increasing participation, having more people involved. I think this is an area that the government could actually look at increasing funding to, because the long-term benefits are obvious. One of our colleagues here, Senator Raymond Coughlin, who is world-renowned in terms of what he's achieved in sport, will regularly talk about, I'm sure he'll speak later on, about the significant health benefits of people involved in sport. It reduces obesity, it reduces all sorts of illnesses. Those illnesses are even more prevalent among people with disabilities. So that's why we need to have people with disabilities engaged and involved in sport more than other groups in society. I speak from experience. I would really have loved to have had the opportunity as a young fella to have participated in sport. It wasn't available to me. I want to see that availability and accessibility being available to young people of future generations who have disabilities, because it is critical, and it's of critical importance. So again, finally, I'd like to commend my Labour Party colleagues, and I hope that it gets unanimous support.